Hey guys, it's Jolene. Welcome back to the Home Stitchery Decor YouTube video. Today's video is not about sewing at all. It is about my YouTube income and what I am doing with said income. So I got monetized on February 1st, 2025. I actually got monetized a couple of days before that, but I clicked it on to start earning money on February 1st. I just wanted everything to be consistent at the start of a month, so I could show you how much I was making. So in this video, I'm going to go over how much money I've made each month. And then I'm going to tell you what I'm doing with that income. And then I'm going to tell you about another project that I'm going to start putting some money into. So very interesting to see what's going to happen here. So first of all, if you're new here, I have a sewing business. It's here behind me. I typically teach all the sewing stuff right here on my channel, but I also want to teach some of the business stuff as well. And I know a lot of people on YouTube are very interested in how much money people are making on YouTube. So let's get right to it. So the very first month I was monetized on YouTube was February, as mentioned, 2025. So I've set my numbers here from February 1st to 28th, 2025. And my views were 19,000.1. My watch time hours were 1.5 thousand. My subscribers were up 360. And my estimated revenue was $189.57. Now, keep in mind that YouTube does withhold tax on these numbers. So I did not receive the full $189.57, but I will go over exactly what I did receive and where I put that money after we go through the earnings. So let's skip over to March. And for March, is it going to work here? Yes. Okay. We're going to select March 1st to 31st. You can hit apply. And the watch time hours were 1.1 thousand. I was up 317 subscribers. I got a total of 26,088 views in this period. And my estimated revenue was $162.52. So we'll skip ahead now to April. And in April had 30 days in it. April, my views were 36,152 views. I gained 383 subscribers. I had 1.3 thousand watch hours. And my estimated revenue was $153.93. Let's skip ahead to May and figure out how much money we made in May. So we're just going to select May 1st to the 31st, hit apply. In this period, I had 68,000 views and my subscribers went up 567. My watch time hours were 1.7 thousand watch time hours, and my estimated revenue was $222.64. So this is for May. Now we're into June, and June isn't quite over. Today is June 27th. So my watch time was 1.2 thousand. It's a little bit less. I'll explain that in a minute. My videos were watched 40,540 times, and my subscribers were 366, which is also down from May. And my estimated revenue so far, this is June 27th, and actually the revenue is only showing here until June 25th. So it takes a couple of days for YouTube to catch up on some of that stuff. But so far for this month, my estimated revenue is $146.28. So in a grand total, since I got monetized, which was on February 1st of 2025, my estimated revenue total is $874.94. That's not nothing. I am so glad I started a YouTube channel. You should too, if you want to make some income. So I don't consider this passive income. I consider this earned income. Now, to be honest, I did not actually need the income. I have other businesses, so I was already paying my bills. Not to say we're rich. This isn't like a brag or anything like that. But the YouTube income was a long time coming. I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I've ebbed and flowed on YouTube. Now, as I've become more consistent at it, of course, I started making some money, and this is great. but I don't want to just like spend the money on, lollipops or tacos or something like that. I want to do something with this money. And so I sat down and I thought, okay, what do I actually want to do with this money? And I decided I was going to invest it. So I am investing the money. Now, I just want to be clear about why my watch time hours and stuff like that were down a little bit. As I've just mentioned, YouTube ebbs and flows, and so have I. And the last couple of months, I've taken a mental break. I haven't been on here very much. You can go and check how many videos I've posted. I just haven't been putting the work into anything in my business for about the last 2 months. I have been on a hiatus. I probably worked like 2 days in the last 2 months on this business. And that's because of some personal stuff. If you're on the channel all the time, you know my husband and I had some health issues this past year. So I've just kind of reeled things in and took a break. But I am proud of the fact that I've had $874.94. That's not nothing. Okay, so then what did I do with the money? I'm in Canada, and so I signed up for an app called Wealthsimple, which is an app on your phone where you can buy and sell stocks and EFTs and cryptocurrency. If you're in the States, you could probably do this on Stitchery, I believe, is an app that they use in the States. So I signed up for Wealthsimple, and then I decided, okay, I'm on Wealthsimple. I'm going to put all of my money into one thing, and then I'm going to document how much it's growing over time on this YouTube channel. So this is the first time I'm actually showing you the account on YouTube, but I will show it again in the future. So the only thing that is going into this actual stock is my YouTube earnings, and I'm going to show you how it works. So Wealthsimple is pretty easy. I will put my friends and family link in the video description and the first comment. If you want to sign up with that link, I get a $25 bonus. I'm not sure what you get, but I do know that once you sign up, you get your own link. So, go ahead and do this. And disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I can't be held legally responsible for this. If you lose all your money trading stuff in the stock market, don't come crying to me. I didn't do it. I didn't tell you this was going to guarantee you make $1 billion. None of that. This is just what I am doing with my money and documenting it here on YouTube. And you can sign up for the app and do whatever you like. If you need financial advice, please, for the love of God, find a licensed professional to talk to about your money. So for me, Wealthsimple is an easy answer, and it's something that I can document and put more content onto my YouTube channel and perhaps inspire other people to learn more about money. So I downloaded the app on my phone. I signed up for an account. I linked the account up to a bank account of my own, right? I would like to hook it up to my husband's, but that's another story. Anyway, I hooked up the payments. Okay, there's a whole bunch of crap on here where I was playing around with some funds, but the one that we're going to look at that I'm actually putting the money into is this NVIDIA stock. The call sign for it is YNVD. The price of it right now is at 39.67 Canadian. I'm in Canada, so everything here is in Canada. And it's up 1.2% at close. And this is an EFT stock. So it's a stock that pays dividends, and I've chosen to reinvest the dividends automatically. So the total value of the stock right now that I have in here is $811.24. The return, because this wasn't all money that I invested, the return is $144.69. So it's up 21.71% all time. So since I started purchasing the stock. And this is where things get interesting. So the margin requirement is at 30, and the dividend right now is at 24.11%. So over the year, this dividend will go up and down depending on the price of the stock. So it will vary. I have seen it up higher, but then the stock went up higher, so the dividend yield went down. And this is something that you could talk to your investment advisor about. I'm just comfortable doing it this way. So what I started doing was in April, when I first got payment from YouTube. So I guess how YouTube works is the money has to go till the end of the month, right? So the ad revenue you earn until the end of the month, but then you don't actually get paid until like the 20th or 22nd of the following month. And if that's on a weekend, you don't get paid again, et cetera, et cetera. So by the time I got my February payment in the end of March, I didn't get around to investing that into my NVIDIA stock here until April 3rd. But the amount that Google paid me was $136.90. So YouTube also withholds taxes. So that was for my February earnings off of YouTube. Now in April, I'm not sure what I did here in April. I bought a fractional buy, I think, and it didn't use all the money. So these two are actually my March payment. So all the money I earned in March, I got paid out in like April 20th. And then I invested the money into the stock on that day. Then by May, I started earning dividends on this stock. So the dividend for May, well, I guess the dividend for April was paid out at $9.27. And it automatically got reinvested here. I guess it was earned, and then there was a weekend, and then here it is automatically invested. And you can select to have this automatically invested or not. Now, June 2nd, I also earned a dividend, and I didn't put my YouTube money in for June because I was on a work hiatus for like a couple of months, like I just explained. So I have two payments here that I put in on June 24th. So one was a Google, like YouTube AdSense payment of $118.84, exactly, like I put the exact amount. And then another one here is $165.61 that I put in on the same day. So the dividend yield is what you've earned over the year at 24.11%, and then you divide it by 12. That will give you these monthly payouts, and you can, as mentioned, decide whether or not you want to have those automatically reinvested. So the thing to consider here is that the stock has already gone up 21.71% since I started investing, plus you get the dividend payout at 24.11%. So choose a stock that you like. I just want to play around with this one so I can document on my YouTube channel. Plus, I kind of like NVIDIA. So this is an EFT stock. You can ask Google all kinds of questions and ask your financial advisor exactly how this works. I would say that this stock with this kind of payout is on the risky side, risky. But I'm doing it. So there is my YouTube income. So far, I wish it would show me here exactly how much money I put in. Does it show you exactly? Anybody see it here? I know I'm just talking to myself. I'm not sure exactly how much money I put in after this or before this 144.69. But anyway, it's all my YouTube earnings. Put in here, and I'm going to make some money, and I'm going to document it here on my channel. If you like this kind of stuff, stick around. Okay, so then I started making some money on YouTube, and I also got some money recently from a will. Basically, my aunt had passed away. And I thought, okay, I don't want to just, piss away all this money either. But also I want to do something that's nice, like for somebody else. So if you've been on my channel, you know that I do giveaways and I try to, do fun things and try to, support things in the community, all that kind of fun stuff. So a couple of years ago, this came across my dashboard, like my brain, and it's a site called Kiva, which is basically it is a micro lending platform where you can lend people money in all kinds of places of the world. Very small amounts of money can make a huge difference for these people. So it came across my radar and I was like, oh, one day I'm going to do that. And then I got the check from my aunt's estate and I was like, oh yes, remember that? Remember when you said you were going to do this good thing for people? This is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to pull up ChatGPT here because it kind of summarizes the site pretty quickly for everybody. So Kiva is a nonprofit organization that enables people to lend small amounts of money, microloans, to entrepreneurs, small businesses, owners, students, and others in underserved communities around the world. It's a form of crowdfunding. It empowers individuals and communities with access to capital that they wouldn't necessarily get from traditional banks. So how it works is an individual or a small business owner applies for a loan, and one of its field partners, local microfinance institutions, nonprofits, or schools. The loan is reviewed and posted. If approved, the loan is posted on kiva.org with a story about the borrower, the loan amount, and its intended use. Now, the lenders, that would be me, individuals from anywhere in the world, can lend as little as $25 to the borrower. Multiple lenders can contribute to one loan until it's fully funded. The loan is dispersed. Depending on the case, funds are either pre-dispersed by a partner or sent once fully funded. Then the borrower repays. So over time, the borrower repays the loan according to a schedule. Lenders get their money back in small installments. Lenders can choose to reinvest, or they can withdraw their money. So they can reinvest into another loan or withdraw their money. Now, the benefits of the microloans are, for the borrowers, they have access to capital. And this is mind-blowing to me, but especially valuable for people in regions that have little to no banking infrastructure. So imagine trying to start a business for yourself to help feed your family, and you can't get a loan from a bank because there is no such thing. There's no bank. Crazy. So lower, no interest. Kiva charges 0% for direct loans, no field partner, and partners keep interest low. It has empowerment. It funds education, farming, business growth, and basic needs, enabling financial independence. Now, for the lenders, meaningful impact. My $25 can help launch a business, minimum 25, right? Launch a business or support education in developing areas. You're recycling capital. So once you're repaid, you can lend again, multiplying your impact. You have a personal connection. Each loan comes with a story. It's more than just the numbers. For communities, the communities where these loans are dispersed, local economies improve as entrepreneurs grow their businesses. Social stability, income generation reduces poverty and promotes education and gender equality. If that isn't important, I don't know what is. Okay, so here's an example. A woman in Kenya may apply for a $500 loan to buy a cow for milk production. You and 19 others lend $25. She repays the loan over 12 months. Once repaid, you can lend that same $25 to a tailor in the Philippines. Now, not a donation. You usually get your money back, but there is some risk of default. I mean, not everybody is going to be able to repay their loan, and because this is a small amount of money, I am willing to invest. Kiva does not pay interest to the lenders, so this is not a make money thing. You got to be in this for the right reasons. Repayment rates are over 95%. So 95% of the people that are taking out these loans are repaying. Okay, so basically, let's go back to the Kiva site, and then you can decide how to support Kiva. You can do a monthly, a monthly donation to them as well, and then they will disperse the money across their site. And I don't want to do that though, so I'm just going to go to lend, and you can even support somebody in the United States if this is something that's in your wheelhouse and you want to do this. So let's click on the United States and see who comes up here. So in the United States, there are, people like, here is this one-time borrower, upgrade equipment, expand operations. She's in the child care services business. She's a 3-time Kiva borrower. So she's most likely going to be paying that loan back because she would like to get another loan. Diego wants to open a remodeling and expand operations business. He's a parent. He's in construction. He's asking for $4,350. This is a woman-owned business, $25,000 to help Jasmine, a Black woman and owned brand, and a 2-time Kiva borrower, grow inventory and meet demand for inclusive holiday products. This lady here, what does it say her name is? I don't think it says her name here. Oh, it does. $4,500 to Aaliyah to help a startup focused on transformative culinary storytelling events and acquire equipment and ingredients. So these are people that are local to the United States, and you can help support their business. Look at Alan. He wants more stuff to grow on his, or cook on his food truck. Kim here needs a 2-acre property. She wants to turn it into a teaching space for home organization and decluttering. She's in Oregon. I mean, like, come on. Okay, so you can support those people if you choose to. Now, I would like to support somebody in kind of in the field that I already do, which is sewing. I would like to find somebody that does, manufactures something that they're actually selling some stuff. I determined that in my head earlier. So I can come over here. We can click on the area, Central America. Let's go to El Salvador and see who's looking for money in El Salvador. So these are going to shock you guys, because I came on here and I was like, this is insane. Okay, so this lady here, $1,000 helps Ingrid to buy corn for her tortilla making and selling business. She's only asking for $475. These microloans could be life-changing to people. Life-changing, literally. So this gentleman here, Milton, he would like to buy fertilizers and pay workers to prepare at the land for sowing. So he wants to put seeds in the ground. Basically, these are basic things that we're not even thinking about here. This lady here, how much? She's got $175 to go. $300 helps Gabriella buy herbicides and fertilize for her corn and bean crops. $300. And you could help change somebody's life here for $300. You don't even have to pay the whole amount. It's absolutely bonkers to me. I wish everybody in the world would do this. Can you imagine if everybody in the world was able to generate their own income? Like, how many problems would be solved if we all generated our own income and we had access to food and water and all kinds of fun things? So I'm going to pick somebody on here. I won't bore you with going through pages and pages and pages trying to find somebody who's kind of like in my wheelhouse, but I will pick somebody from here, and I'm going to start my donation at $50, and this is US money. And then I believe, like, once you choose the amount that you want to spend, you can actually add another $10 or something to help with the administration costs. So the person will get their $50, but Kiva also needs money because it's a nonprofit. They actually need money to be able to operate. So if you can put in, $5, $10 to help them operate the website, the how the disbursement of the money goes, all of that kind of stuff, you can add that on to your thing. So that's what I'm doing with my money here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of stuff, follow along, and I'm going to keep showing you guys what I'm doing with my YouTube money, how much money I'm making on YouTube, how I'm investing it, and how I'm helping people in third world countries get their businesses started. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.